Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are fine and are safe. So as I had promised that I'm going to do an update video on the mountain soil. As you can see, my succulent has been doing extremely well in the mountain soil. Now this was only raw mountain soil that I had used. If you want to know a little bit more about this previous video, I'll put the link in the description below. You can definitely check it out. Now the succulent has been doing extremely well. You can see it has started to bloom as well. This bloom was there initially. The succulent is slightly stressed because the mountain soil is not holding a lot of moisture. Apart from that, it's in a concrete pot and I'm in a very open environment wherein there is a good amount of light, a lot of full sun and a lot of breeze, due to which the soil is getting dried out much faster. Nevertheless, the succulent is doing absolutely well. You can see it has a lot of stress colors. It's doing absolutely well. The only thing I had to do is probably every 4 days I had to water it because the soil was drying out much faster. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put it in a plastic pot because I'm not quite liking the way the water is getting dried out from this succulent and it's not able to have a quick drink. It was in a plastic pot earlier, so I'm going to shift her back. Now guys, this is just an example. I don't want you guys to keep repotting your succulents every now and then. The main reason why I'm repotting this is because I want to show you how the root growth is. That is going to give us much more idea about how the mountain soil tends to work out. I want to repot basically to check how the root system is, whether it is doing quite well, whether there is new formation of roots or not. And then because I'm going to do a repotting, so it's might as well better I'm going to put it in a plastic pot so that it can do much better with the same soil. I'm not doing any amendments to the soil. I'm going to use the same raw mountain soil. Now this mountain soil is raw because I haven't washed it. I haven't added any other soil apart from only mountain soil. So it's time to check the roots. Give me a minute. I'll have to take it out from the soil to check. So I'm going to quickly take it out from the pot. Now as I said, the dry leaves are a very common thing usually when you tend to repot a succulent. And when the succulent is trying to get adjusted to the new environment, to the new soil, new pot, it tends to have dry leaves at the lower portion, and that is absolutely fine. So let me carefully take out the succulent because we had not filtered the soil. So as you can see, there is a good amount of growth on the roots. You can see this looks absolutely beautiful. To be honest, I have never seen so much of root growth on any succulent so far. So I didn't expect the mountain soil to work out so well. Now this is getting a little bit compact because remember we did not filter the soil, so there was a little bit of this dust, the fine dust that was still present. So I think I'm going to filter the dust. But guys, you can see how beautifully the roots have been formed. A lot of new roots, a lot of white new roots can be seen. The pup is also doing quite well. And I think there's another pup as well that's coming up over here, as you can see. But this is really amazing to see. So the mountain soil has definitely worked out. Let me clear out some soil from here. So you can see how well the mountain soil has worked. A lot of new roots within couple of you can see the roots over this side. Okay, this is much better view. You can see the amount of roots. This is absolutely fantastic. I have never seen so much of growth of roots on any succulent. Of keeping succulents for so many years, I have seen a lot of roots, but nothing like this. Now this is the reason why I keep specifying this in every video, that the soil has to be loose, porous and well draining. The reason why there is so much of roots is because you can see the soil is very gritty. It is giving enough space for the roots to grow. And you can see how well the roots have formed because of the soil, because there is a lot of space in between and the roots are able to grow around it, and it looks absolutely fantastic. I'm just speechless looking at the roots, and I'm like so happy at the same time that there has been such a good amount of growth by using the mountain soil. I am definitely going to get some more. I'm going to ask someone to send it to me because this is really good. I didn't expect this to work out so well, but it did. So I would definitely say that the mountain soil is a hit. The only thing that I have to improvise is I have to take out the dust which I'm going to do it right away. I'm going to take out all of the dust and then put this guy in a plastic pot, because I'm not kind of liking the concrete pot. It's absorbing too much of moisture. However, it is still doing quite well in this container. It's not that it's doing bad. You can see there is a good growth. There is a new there is this pup that is also starting to grow, which was there earlier as well, and now you can see it's doing absolutely fantastic. Only thing is that there is a little bit of dehydration on the succulent. I'm going to move it to a plastic pot. I'm also going to filter this, and I'm going to show it to you in a while. But this is like amazing. I haven't seen the roots grow like this. This is fantastic. This shows how well the soil is, how well the mountain soil is built for succulents, and I'm sure this is how they must be growing in nature. Definitely this is not the right soil, because succulents do not grow in my country. We do not have any native succulents, but this is pretty much very similar to what they might be growing in their natural habitat. So let me quickly filter this soil and get back to you. So I have my strainer over here. I'm quickly gonna go ahead and filter the soil, because as I said, we had not filtered it earlier, and there was a lot of, you can see it's still getting compact because we did not filter the fine dust that was there. But it did work out, because you can see it's very gritty. It's very gritty. The only thing, the issue was the fine dust. But any which ways, it did work out. Even that fine dust did not cause a lot of issue. I'm going to use this pot for something else. Let me filter this. Okay, it's going to fly off everywhere. So I'm going to get rid of all that fine dust. I don't think there's going to be much, but whatever is present in this, so that it can become a little bit more gritty. And because I'm going to use it in a plastic pot, so I don't think it's going to be much of an issue. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this with filtered garden soil, because I'm actually low on soil and I do not want to waste this gritty soil for so this is going to take a while to do it. So I just wanted to show you the fine dust. You can see this is the fine dust. This was all the dust that was there in the mountain soil. This is what was causing it to become compact. So now that we have got rid of it, you can see the amount of fine dust. So this is what was causing, or this is what was making the soil compact, even though it's a very gritty mix. But this is an example for you guys as well. No matter how gritty the soil is, it can still become compact if there is this powder. It won't be very compact, but it can definitely become compact because of this. You've seen it was little difficult. I was finding it little difficult to take out the soil, especially at the bottom part of the pot. It was because of this fine dust. So I'm going to take out some more of it. As you can see, there is a lot of it in this. I'm going to completely remove it, and I'm going to repot the succulent, but I'm going to use a little bit of garden soil. As I said earlier, that I'm not going to make any changes to the soil, but I do not want to waste this gritty material. It's very difficult to get this soil mix from the mountains, so I'm just going to use this. Like I'm going to use this as 70%, and I'm going to use filtered garden soil like 20 to 30%, and then put it in a plastic pot. Let me just filter it completely and get back to you. So I have added a little bit of garden soil. It's still very gritty, but it's absolutely fine. I'm going to cover the drain hole. I'm going to add the soil. So I'm going to fill it like halfway through. I don't know if the soil is going to be enough, but I'm just going to any which ways add it, keeping the roots into the soil. Now I'm not using any perlite or pumice or anything. I'm just going to use the regular garden soil, because this is already very gritty. So I think I'm almost running out of soil again, and I think this is the issue. What always tends to happen, that we always tend to run out of soil. Completely fill it up. and fill it up completely so that I don't see the roots. Okay, thankfully the soil was just enough. Probably I'll have to add a little bit more, but I think right now it's more than enough. The succulent looks completely comfortable in the soil. It's going to release all the air pockets, if there is any, and the succulent can. So the succulent looks absolutely beautiful. The colors are amazing. A slight dehydration. You can see the leaves are not very uniform. That is a sign of dehydration. But now that we have moved it to a plastic pot, it will do quite good. I'm not going to water it right away. I'll wait for another 2 or 3 days probably, and then go ahead and do the watering. But overall the succulent is very healthy. You've seen how beautiful the roots have formed, which means that the mountain soil is definitely a hit. Working out really well for our succulents, and especially if you are from a very warm and humid environment, or I would say a very humid environment, I think this soil is going to work out really well. The mountain soil is going to definitely work out the best. I did not use any perlite, I did not use any pumice. It was just the regular mountain soil, and it did the trick. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep propagating.